has something to do with salvation.
You know what I'm saying? If you're fighting a war, you don't know who your enemy is. You're gonna die on the battlefield. If you don't know who your enemy is, that means you don't even aware that you're in a war. So it says on Matthew 15 verse 13, but he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone. There be blind leaders of the blind.
Right.
And if the blind lead the blind,
it says, if the blind lead the blind,
both shall fall to the ditch.
They're going to fall into the same place. You see? And that's that graveyard, man. Like the brother was reading about. Okay? They're going to fall into that grave, and that grave is death. They're going to be put to death, man. Because they're under the wrong spirit of the Lord. They're under the wrong spirit rather than the spirit of the Lord. And they're not teaching the right things, man. That's why it tells you in John 4, I believe it says, those that teach for hire choke the word. It's like, for example, if I want to choke people, what am I doing? I'm suffocating.
Right.
So they're suffocating the life out of the word, man.
Right.
See, that's why Yahawashi is going to bring about great, dreadful destruction against the 2/3, man. Okay, because they gotta get what's coming to them. They have to get it. That's what Yahawashi is doing. They're trying to choke the life out of the word. That's what they're doing, man. And they did that 2,000 years ago as the scribes, the Pharisees, and the Sadducees. That's what they did. And while they've done that, they've hindered the masses of the people that subscribe to him. When they could have told them that, look, Yahawashi is the guy. Go follow him. Simple. Go on, brother. With that pride God in the lips.
And then going back to this thing, it says, one, two scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are as graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them.
God.
Then answered one of the lawyers and said unto him, Master, thus saying, thou reproachest us also. And he said, woe unto you also, ye lawyers. For ye...
We're not assuming. You know what I'm saying?
For ye laid men with burdens previous to be born, and ye yourselves touch on the burdens with one of your fingers.
Right, and that's just the thing. And they're burdening their congregation up to talk about Esau. I don't want to be video.
No.
Okay. You can take a picture, but take a picture of the side. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because burdens is the law, keeping of the law.
And you can't keep the law because we're in this flesh.
Exactly. So when you go out to a guy that don't know nothing about this truth and say, you gotta grow your beard, man. You gotta do this and you do that. That's previous. He doesn't have the spirit yet. He doesn't have the faith to keep the law yet. You wanna put this burden, this heavy burden on a guy. You know what I'm saying? But yet, in the family of 7 and them, they don't keep the law themselves perfect. So it says, woe unto you, for ye build the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them.
And that's what they did, because when you go back in the ancient world during the time of Jeremiah, or even further back than that, you had certain guys that rose up against the prophets and put them in sleep. Okay, and even when you read the New Testament, they put Stephen to death as well. So the 2/3 of our own people, they're going to have to deal with that as well. Okay, and when Yahawashi told them this, they were cut to the heart, man. Because they knew what he was saying had some sort of truth to it. Go on, brother.
They're saying, truly ye bear witness that ye allow the deeds of your fathers.
Right.
For they indeed killed them, and ye build their sepulchres.
And that's what they would like to do to us. They would like to kill us if they had to. Okay, if the IUIC had the ability to kill us, they would kill us. They would. Just so they can keep their bellies full and keep that money going. That's all that is. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing happening all over again. The scribes and the Pharisees wanted to kill the true prophets, okay, just so they can maintain their power or their position given by the Romans.
Just to shut us up.
Just to basically shut us up.
Yeah, so arrested and shit.
Because we convict them. When we make videos, but they know that what they're doing is bad. So when we make videos about what they're doing, it convicts them and it cuts them.
Right.
So, and they know that they're already done. They're already sealed, man. They're sealed for this kingdom. They're already sealed for You know what I'm saying? They've already made that deal. That's what I'm basically trying to say.
With death.
Death, they've already sealed the deal with death. So when we tell them, listen, there I see they're wicked, they sold out, it cuts them. It makes them feel like they done bad. So they want to shut us up. You know what I'm saying? Just like the scribes and the Pharisees wanted to shut up Yahawashi. Yahawashi was cutting the shit out. So it says, therefore also said the wisdom of the Most High, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute.
Right.
That the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation, from the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias,
See that?
which perished between the altar and the temple.
So they're going to have to pay for all of that shenanigans, all of that. See, and that's why you don't want to be at the elk of the 2/3, man, because if you're a part of the 2/3, man, you're going to get a destruction or a soul judgment you won't be able to bear because of all that happened back then. You see, so, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the scribes and Pharisees are those men in the reincarnation. They had to been, because Yahawashi spoke to them about those men. The forefathers, the ancient fathers that slew the prophets. He was saying that those are probably your fathers, man. So I mean, this thing is serious. This thing is serious, and I mean, if you in this truth, you better be on the right team. Because if you're not on the right side, then there's a high possibility and there's a high chance that you're one of those men that advocated the slewing of the prophets. And you don't want to be a part of that side, man. Go on, brother.
So it says,
and I don't cut you, and that's why it tells us in Daniel 12, it says, some shall wake up to everlasting joy, and some to everlasting contempt, because they're going to be reminded in the reincarnation of the ills that they've done to the prophets of their own. Go on.
it says, from the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation.
See, it should be required of this generation. This generation is back all over. Go on.
Woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge.
Right.
Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered.
Right, and them that entered in, you hindered them. Because those that were hindered, they wasn't aware of the falseness of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They wasn't aware of it. So they became hindered. Okay? But guess what? Them IUIC guys, they're them same jokers back then. Same individuals. Okay? But it all reverts back to power because they want that power. You got certain jakes, they want the power now. So they sell out and, they take that falsely bargain deal, the truth. What is it, verse? And that's what they do because they want a part of that power that Esau. And guess what? That same power that the so-called white man got, that same power is going to be stuck in his friggin' ass. So what other power you going to rely on? You're not going to rely on other power. Because Yahawashi is going to establish his power. And guess what? Those that was with Yahawashi are going to take part in that power too. You see? So you got to add this shit up, man. You got to connect the dots. Go on, bro. That's one thing that Jake don't know how to do. They don't know how to connect the friggin' dots, man. Go on, sis.
Verse 53. And as he said these things unto them, the scribes and the Pharisees began to urge him vehemently and to provoke him to speak of many things, laying wait for him and seeking to catch something out of his mouth that they might accuse him.
Yeah, and that's why Yahawashi was very He was very shrewd with his words. Okay, because there was one account where they try to get Yahawashi to say that you don't pay taxes. Yahawashi said, look, give unto that which you see of Caesar, give that unto Caesar which is of Caesar. Right. You see, so in this truth as well, you gotta kind of be shrewd as well. You gotta be somewhat deceptive to a certain degree. Okay, because Yahawashi was a wise man, a more wise man too. You gotta come like that as well in some cases. So it moves me on.
Because they said they were trying to accuse him. It's like IUIC, they accuse GMS. Or they're pedophiles, they're rapists. Any little petty thing. And they know damn well we're not doing any of that, man. They know that, man.
If that was the case, I don't cut you, brother. If that was the case, we would be here. We would be in jail.
Rapists and pedophiles. Come on now, you know we're not doing any of that, man.
Our faces have been all over the newspapers and whatnot, yeah.
Exactly, especially with the terrorism that's going on now, and the beard thing, and any black guy with a beard, that's the new face of terrorism. Definitely cover it. Definitely demonize us for that. Doing that. laying wait for him and seeking to catch something out of his mouth that he might accuse him. That's exactly the same spirit that IUIC is in. Accuse of any little thing, twist it, and accuse us. But the point with Yahawashi already knew all men. So they tell them, let me get it. It says, you know, the change the time.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, we gotta go back to Ezekiel 27.
So it said, John chapter 2, verse 24. But Yahawashi did not, in fact, let me start verse 23. Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover in the feast day, many believed in his name when they saw the miracles which he did. But Yahawashi did not commit himself unto them because he knew all men and needed not that any should testify of man, for he knew what was in man. So Yahawashi knew all men, man. He knew. That's why he there was a point. I'm trying to remember what happened. He knew what one of the disciples was gonna say, because I think it was Peter's brother, which is Andrew. Yahawashi asked Andrew something, and he already knew what Andrew was gonna say, but he wanted to prove Andrew to test him. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you how Yahawashi knew all men. He knew what was inside the thoughts of man. He knew what they were gonna do. He knew who among his disciples would betray him right from the very beginning. He knew all men. He knew everything. You know what I'm trying to say? So we're gonna know. So that's deep, man. Yahawashi was a man. Was a proper deep. He was the guy. He was the guy, man. You know what I'm trying to say? He knew all men, man. He knew what was in man. You know what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot of deep things about this piece, man. We're going to go back to Ezekiel 27 verse
You got a question? Okay. And you seem right. You seem like somebody that's got sense. You know what I mean? He's in the right class of division. That's why he told him. And see guys like that. Okay. He knows what's going on.
He looks like he doesn't look like stupid. I mean, you never know, he could be stupid.
Yeah, but he knows something that the majority of these asses don't know. I can tell.
I'm looking at his bag, it's bottles of champagne. Nothing cheap. Who knows anyway, man?
Yeah. Trust me, a lot of these Edomites, they I've seen some of them. They would shoot food to them, look inside their house. Damn, but I ain't no ordinary flat. They're no ordinary shit flat.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of artifacts from all over the world. I got this from China, I got this from Africa, I got it from Brazil.
Expensive, trust me. It says, I know I was, Ezekiel 27 verse 11, the men of Arvad with thine army were upon thy walls round about, and the Gammadims were in thy towers. They hang their shields upon thy walls round about. They have made thy beauty perfect.
Right, they have made thy beauty perfect. So all of the other nations that was under the Babylonian Empire, they showed that they served these people, which the Babylonians said they are the Ethiopian people. That's looking dreadful and looking like they're in a very dire situation. And it's gotten to the point where you watch the TV and they got this advert, you need to send your donations to this area in certain parts of Africa, Ethiopia. And that was a powerful nation. So that's showing you the Lord. That's just fact, man. That's
He's gonna say that.
Go on, brother. That's bad dying, man. She's probably not gonna live too long.
That sandwich he eats right now. That's it,
Diabetes is a
Type
killer.
2.
It's a killer. Diabetes is a killer. You're going, bro. You're type 2. What you got?
Oh yeah. Tarshish was that merchant.
I think Tarshish is in Spain, I believe.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What's going on? Just had a call here that said that you're showing about trying to kill people.
Oh, that's
I think I'm down black.
I'm only telling what I've
That's
been told.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We don't talk about that rubbish.
Mate, I'm obviously I can only repeat what someone else has told me.
I mean, we've been out here. Somebody. At the end of the day, right? If you're gonna come, okay, because you have to do your job.
I'm only.
Yeah, you're doing your job. You're doing your job.
I'm not
But
saying you've done anything wrong.
so you mean to tell me if I say this and that and the third, that it has to be taken into consideration?
No, if someone reports anything, it comes across to us. We're obliged to come and speak to the
Well,
people.
that person, I'm not mad at you.
No, I'm
That
not.
person needs to come up here and deal with the situation.
Well, you're making a fair point, but obviously I've still got to come here and have a chat. Anyway, what is going on?
Okay, yeah, what is going on is that basically we're teaching that we're the Jews that the Bible speaks about. We're not the Muslims, okay, and all that rubbish. You know, what we're teaching is the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, the Bible is our history account and all of that stuff. And that's all we're teaching. We're teaching that our people are the Israelites, God's chosen people, etc. And we're prophesying, which we're not really doing that right now. We're going into the history of, what is it?
Babylonians.
He was going into the AUS English Language first.
Right. That's what we was going into.
Yeah.
And, I mean, some cases we prophesy. What I mean by prophesy, I mean to say something before. Because according to the Bible, World War III is going to happen. So we go into subject matters like that.
Oh, right,
But we
okay,
don't never come out here. I don't never come out here and say something stupid. Like I'm gonna kill somebody. That's it.
You guys remember any particular organisation or is it just the three of you together?
Yeah, it's just three of us all together.
You got any idea what you're doing?
Now we don't have to bring our ID. because
only
we
asking.
haven't committed the crime. I know.
Alright, okay, alright, that's fair enough. I've got my issues with it. You're out here, no problem with that.
Because I understand you guys got to do your job because of what's going on around the world and everything. I understand that, but you know, that's a bunch of shenanigans.
I've got no issues with what you guys are telling me.
Okay.
It's not a problem.
All right.
But I'm quite happy with that. Come here, have a good day.
You have a good day as well.
Have a good day.
See you later.
Thank you.
And see, that's just the thing, and that shows you right there that the society or the people that subscribe to the society is against the law. This is not a Bible-based society. Okay, and whoever lied and said, oh yeah, these guys said they're gonna kill certain people. Okay, whoever said that, the Lord's got their number, man.
It was an Edom, man. It was always
telling
an
you,
Edom,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Whoever's saying that, man, the Most High's gonna get them. You see what I'm saying? Because these Edomites, they think that, you know, well, probably Muslims or whatever, or they might not be Muslims, but let's just get these guys on the street. Let's make them some bullshit and say they said this.
You know what it is, man? It's you know, when we're talking about the poor and the rich man. When the poor man, when you say it, they say, what man is this?
Oh yeah.
You know, straight, because the reason why is because we don't have no power. What we're saying don't hold no weight.
Yeah.
So that's why people are so quick to try and get rid of us and talk shit about us. Before they've even come to hear what the matter is, they're already condemning it. But now, okay, but the reason, so they're with the world, because they know there's power with the world. There's power to take side with the world.
And they're brainwashed of the world.
There's no power to take side with this, because this doesn't have no power. There's no power with this. There's power to stand on that side of the world. People, you know what I'm trying to say? To be ignorant.
Yeah, and that's just the whole thing. And people actually believe in this world. They believe in this world. This world is going downhill, man, economically. It's going into a third